What a difference one day makes. You're looking at live pictures of the gazebo here at St. James. You see there are still some people who are hanging around. Now, technically, they're not breaking the law. They're allowed to be here until 12:01. But for the most part, the park is getting back to normal. There are no tents set up here anymore. The garbage has been hauled out, and we saw some dog walkers around as well. And take a look at this. There is still a police presence here, but certainly not as pronounced as it was earlier in the day.
What are you doing?
This whole thing is injustice. This is not New York. This is not Egypt. This is Canada.
You coward!
How long?
You're all cowards!
We don't know.
Some tense moments this morning as a woman was dragged from St. James Park, the very first arrest, and you can see this group of police officers huddled right here. She is just behind them.
How can you charge her with trespass in a public park in the daytime?
Her name is Aiden, and she was arrested for blocking this vehicle.
She's a very serious anti-poverty activist. They know who she is. It's not an accident that she's the one who got detained.
Within 10 minutes, Aiden was released.
In the months and years to come, as the austerity agenda is imposed upon us, we can fight this at the local level with the cuts that Rob Ford is implementing.
These are members of the OFL arriving here at St. James Park to throw their support behind protesters. In just moments prior to their arrival, police were instructed to form a circle around a number of tents here behind us. Inside that tent, this woman's friend. Have you been able to connect with her?
I've been able to connect with her all day up until this moment, and I can't get any closer than this, so I just wanted to let her know that I'm right here watching.
Ina was among 5 people arrested. They were taken away in this police van, only to be dropped off meters away from the park.
I was very scared at the beginning. It was very violent, and I cried for help, and they were hurting me. I asked them to stop, and they didn't. I said no, and they didn't stop.
Occupy supports them! Occupy supports them!
In the last moments of the occupation, protesters refused to leave the makeshift library.
We saved our earth! Nobody got hurt!
Earlier in the day, they reached an agreement, removed the books, and then dismantled. But once the books were gone, the protesters remained.
We formally refuse that request.
They were arrested. In all, 11 people were taken in and released with a promise of appearing in court at a later date.
I'm going to continue with the occupation movement. I'm going to continue attending General Assemblies. I'm going to continue dialoguing with people about the solutions to the problems that the entire world faces.
And we're live again at St. James Park. Now, we are hearing rumors that some protesters are planning to set up another encampment, this time at Queen's Park, but those rumors have not been confirmed. For now, the occupation of St. James Park has come to an end. Live at Jarvis and Adelaide, I'm Galit Solomon. Now back to Roger.
All right, thanks very much, Galit. We're live next to Tom Hayes with the police response to Occupy Toronto. And Tom, what a difference from the G20.
Absolutely, Roger. It was a wake-up call that everyone was expecting, including the protesters. And as you say, nobody wanted a repeat of the G20. So the police very carefully went into the park early this morning.
Stayed on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind.
And this is what they saw when they woke up this morning. A wave of police officers slowly moving through St. James Park with the order to evict. City work crews have been working in a slow, methodical manner. You can see behind me here, they're going from tent to tent, collapsing each one as they go along, eventually tossing everything into the back of city work trucks. How do you think the police are operating today? How do you think they're acting?
So far, all of them that I've dealt with have been peaceful and kind of almost cheerful.
Personal items were bagged and tagged to be picked up later, so people can come and reclaim some of their stuff.
Yes, definitely. It's not taking anything away from anybody.
At first, everyone seemed to be getting along.
Maybe it's a win-win.
I think so. Okay. I think this whole event, hopefully, at the end of the day, everyone's going to win.
Kind of makes up for the G20.
Well, that's your opinion.
That's a start.
This is a start.
It was a different approach and a different result than G20. At the G20, police kettled the protesters, barricaded them for hours, eventually arresting dozens. It was a controversial move that Toronto police later said they would never use again.
We are 99%.
Today in St. James Park, a quieter method, that is until a few hundred strong from the Ontario Federation of Labour marched in.
Tell us why you're here. Just to show support for the Occupy movement. We're not interested in any violence or any confrontation with police.
I'm asking them, what are they doing?
Can I ask you why are you wearing a mask?
Because it represents two-face of the cops.
Police surrounded the remaining holdouts and slowly moved in.
We've been talking over and over again about how to move people peacefully out. I think it was worth the wait.
The police were wearing name badges. They were videotaping their interactions, and that's the kind of responsible policing we want to see.
I've been told by police that I have to get out from the inner circle and that I'm too close because the final arrests are about to be made. So this is where we start to watch the final tents come down. And one of those tents housed the sacred fire that was officially extinguished yesterday. Toronto Fire making sure the rest was put out today.
We did not leave this place in the best way possible.
No, it's a mess, right?
It is, and I personally apologize for it.
Do you think the occupiers should clean up, restore the park?
Definitely. Oh, definitely.